On a day filled with both grief and celebration, gospel and soul music legends came together to honor the extraordinary life of Cissy Houston, an icon whose impact on music, faith, and her community is immeasurable. In a music-filled memorial service, held Thursday at New Hope Baptist Church in her hometown of Newark, New Jersey, the world bid farewell to the woman affectionately known as the Duchess of Gospel. Cissy Houston, the mother of the late Whitney Houston, and an influential figure in the gospel and soul music worlds, passed away on October 7, 2024, at the age of 91. Over the course of her long and storied career, she sang alongside legendary artists like Aretha Franklin and Elvis Presley, becoming a two-time Grammy Award winner. However, as moving tributes from friends, family, and colleagues highlighted, Cissy Houston's contributions went far beyond music. She was a woman of unwavering faith, a powerful presence in her community, and a loving mother, friend, and mentor to many. A fitting venue. New Hope Baptist Church. The service took place at New Hope Baptist Church, a location rich with personal and cultural significance for Houston. This was the church where Cissy had spent countless Sundays as a congregant and choir leader, using her powerful voice to inspire others and celebrate her faith. It was also the church that held her daughter Whitney Houston's funeral over a decade ago, making it an especially poignant setting for Cissy's final farewell. Framed photographs of Houston were carefully placed throughout the church, and her coffin was positioned in front of the pulpit, a reminder of her decades-long devotion to her faith and the people around her. The solemn yet hopeful tone of the event was immediately established, with the presence of family, close friends, music legends, and public figures all gathered to celebrate a life well lived. Dionne Warwick's emotional tribute. Among the many notable figures paying tribute was Cissy Houston's niece, the legendary singer Dionne Warwick. At 83 years old, Warwick has herself become a towering figure in the music world, with a career that spans decades and includes a long list of hits and accolades. Yet, her relationship with Cissy was far more personal and familial than professional. For years, Warwick and Cissy had shared the stage, with Cissy providing background vocals for her niece during many performances. Their bond was as strong off the stage as it was on it. During the service, Warwick spoke from the heart, capturing both the sorrow of loss and the gratitude for having had Cissy in her life. "She gave so much," Warwick began, her voice trembling with emotion. "She gave me the right to be me." Warwick's words were a testament to Cissy's unwavering support, not just as a talented singer, but as a guiding force in her family's life. Reflecting on her aunt's life, Warwick added, "Cissy, I'm going to miss you," before poignantly asking her to greet the relatives who had already passed. "They're all waiting for you," she said. "You gave us your heart and soul." A legacy of music. Performances in Houston's honor. As much as Cissy Houston was known for her strength, faith, and generosity, she was equally celebrated for her profound musical talent. That talent was on full display during the memorial service, with performances from some of the most iconic figures in gospel and soul music, all of whom had either worked with or been inspired by Houston over the years. Vede Winans, a contemporary gospel icon and longtime family friend, took the stage to share both memories and music. In a lighter moment that drew laughter from the congregation, Winans spoke about Houston's no-nonsense demeanor, recalling how she could cut you in Jesus' name with just a glance. It was a humorous but affectionate nod to Cissy's strength and forthright nature. Yet, Winans also shared a touching story about Houston's compassion. After the death of Whitney Houston in 2012, Winans received a phone call from Cissy. He expected it to be a call of shared grief, but instead, Cissy told him, "I'm just calling to check on you." It was a gesture that left a deep impact on Winans. "At that moment, her strength became my strength," he recalled. It was just who she was. The musical tributes continued with a performance by Darlene Love, another gospel legend. Love, known for her powerhouse vocals and her work with icons like Phil Spector, brought the congregation to tears with her stirring rendition of "It Is Well With My Soul," a hymn that underscored both the sorrow and hope of the occasion. Cissy's eldest son, Gary Houston, also honored his mother's memory with a performance of "Freedom," a song that highlighted the deep connection between his mother's music and her unwavering faith. A life of faith and family. Cissy Houston's goddaughters carry on her tradition. In addition to the musical tributes, personal stories about Cissy Houston's life and legacy filled the church. Her goddaughters, who had long been influenced by her powerful presence and example, spoke about the impact she had on their lives. They shared memories of her kindness, her strength, and her unique personal style. One touching detail that brought smiles to the faces of many in attendance was their commitment to carrying on one of Cissy's personal traditions, wearing purple eyeshadow, a signature look that she had embraced throughout her life. It was a small but meaningful way to honor a woman whose influence extended far beyond music. Cissy Houston was more than just a musical legend. She was a matriarch, a mentor, and a pillar of strength for her family and her community. Throughout the service, a portrait emerged of a woman who embodied love, faith, and resilience. She was someone who, as Winans humorously noted, suffered fools poorly, but who also had an unshakable compassion for those she cared about. Public figures pay tribute. The impact of Cissy Houston's life and career extended well beyond her family and friends, as was made clear by the presence of public officials at her memorial. Newark Mayor Ras Baraka, a longtime admirer of Houston's work and her contributions to the city, read a proclamation created in her honor. In his remarks, Baraka praised Houston for her decades of service to the Newark community, both as a musical figure and as a woman of faith. New Jersey Governor Phil Murphy also paid tribute to the late singer, calling Cissy Houston a musical legend who embodied the very soul of New Jersey. Murphy's remarks underscored the significant cultural and social impact Houston had, not just in Newark, but across the state and beyond. Cissy Houston's musical legacy. Born in Newark in 1933, Cissy Houston grew up surrounded by music. From an early age, she began singing in her local church choir, where she quickly gained attention for her powerful voice. By the 1960s, Houston had become a sought-after background vocalist, working with some of the biggest names in the music industry. Her collaborations with Aretha Franklin, Elvis Presley, and others helped cement her status as a musical powerhouse in her own right. Despite her success, Houston never strayed far from her gospel roots. She continued to perform and record gospel music throughout her career, and she remained deeply committed to her faith. In the 1990s, Houston won 2 Grammy Awards for Best Traditional Soul Gospel Album, solidifying her place as one of the most important figures in the genre. Yet, perhaps Cissy Houston's most lasting legacy will be her role as a mentor and mother. As the mother of Whitney Houston, one of the greatest vocalists of all time, Cissy played an instrumental role in shaping her daughter's career. Whitney often spoke of her mother's influence, crediting her with teaching her how to sing and navigate the music industry. A final farewell. As the service drew